Good morning to everybody. Today we will finish this exercise. 2-3 more sums are there. After that we will discuss some of the objective type questions. Then we will finish this chapter by today. If z square plus z plus 1 equal to 0, where z is a complex number, then prove that if z square plus z plus 1 equal to 0, where z is a complex number, then prove that z plus 1 by z whole square, z plus 1 by z whole square plus z square plus 1 by z square whole square plus z cube plus 1 by z cube whole square plus and so on z power 6 plus 1 by z power 6 whole square equal to 12. Z power 6 plus 1 by z power 6 whole square equal to 12. Very simple solution. If you observe the equation z square plus z plus 1 equal to 0, simply z is a complex number is saying omega is a complex number. We know that omega square plus omega plus 1 equal to 0. So by seeing the equation itself, we can say that roots of the equation are omega and omega square. Omega and omega square. So z equal to omega is one root of the equation. Z equal to omega is one root of the equation. I can substitute omega in place of z in the given equation. So it becomes omega plus 1 by omega square plus omega square plus 1 by omega square whole square plus omega cube plus 1 by omega cube whole square plus omega power 4 plus 1 by omega power 4 plus omega power 5 plus 1 by omega power 5 whole square plus omega power 6 plus 1 by omega power 6 whole square. This is what we have. Now, by simplifying this, we know that 1 by omega is, if I multiply omega square both numerator and denominator, it becomes omega plus omega square by omega cube is 1, so it becomes omega square. So omega plus omega square whole square. So this becomes omega plus omega square whole square. See, 1 by omega is omega square always. This is the beauty of cube roots of unity I told. 1 omega square are cube roots of unity. Then 1 plus omega square equal to 0. Omega cube equal to 1. 1 is the conjugate of the other I told. Omega is conjugate of omega square is conjugate of the omega, and 1 is the square of the other. So all this we already discussed, square root of the other, we already discussed this. And next omega square always lies are the three vertices of a equilateral triangle. Remember all these points regarding this cube roots of unity. Now omega plus omega square whole square I can write this, and this is omega square plus 1 by omega square, just now only we discussed this is omega. If you multiply with omega numerator denominator, becomes omega by omega cube is 1, so becomes omega plus this again omega cube is 1 by omega cube also 1 whole square everywhere plus omega power 4 is omega and 1 by omega is again omega square whole square plus omega power 5 is omega square. 1 by omega square is omega whole square plus omega power 6 is 1 by omega power 6 is also 1 whole square. Like this we can write all in terms of omega. Now we know that These are the cube roots of unity, and this is the omega is root of this equation. You already know. Omega square plus omega is always equal to plus 1 goes to that side, minus 1. So this I can write as minus 1 whole square. This is also minus 1 whole square. This is again minus 1 whole square. This is again minus 1 whole square. So substituting all these, what do we get finally? So minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square plus 1 plus 1 2 square 4 plus again minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square again 1 plus 1 2 square 4. So this is equal to 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. So 2 4, 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 4, 12. So is equal to 12. Finally, final result is 12. Hence proof. That only is asked to prove. Hence proof. So we are converting by observing the equation itself. We can say that they are the cube roots of unity. Roots of this equation are omega and omega square are the roots of the equation. So by substituting and using the cube roots of unity concept, omega cube, we got the total value is 12. Total value is 12. Next, one more sum. 1 alpha, alpha square and so on, alpha power n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity. He is giving that 1 alpha, alpha square, alpha cube and so on until alpha power n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity. Are the nth roots of unity. Nth roots of unity. Then prove that 1 power p plus alpha power p plus alpha power p whole square means alpha power 2p. Alpha power 2p, alpha power 3p and so on. Alpha square whole power p, alpha cube whole power p and so on. Alpha power n minus 1 whole power p is equal to 0 if p not equal to nk means p is not a multiple of n. P is not a multiple of n. Not a multiple of n. Like the same, this value equal to 1. This value equal to n. If p is a multiple of n. If p is a multiple of n. P is a multiple of n. If p is a multiple of n, what he saying is 1 power p plus alpha power p plus alpha square whole power p and so on alpha power n minus 1 whole power p equal to 0. P is not a multiple of n and is equal to n if p is a multiple of n. Simple, sir. He is giving 1 alpha, alpha square and so on alpha power n are the nth roots of unity. What is meant by nth roots of unity? Alpha x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Roots of these are nth roots of unity. He says roots of these are 1 comma alpha square and so on alpha power n minus 1. These are the nth roots of unity means what I told. Alpha is a root means alpha power n minus 1 always equal to 0. First and foremost point. We already discussed this. Sum of the nth roots of unity always 0. We already discussed it. Okay. Now see. Here he says these are the nth roots of unity. Means sum of this is 0. But he is asking 1 power p, not sum. Whole power p of this. Pth powers of the nth roots of unity is asking simply. Pth powers of sum of pth powers of nth roots of unity. is also 0 if P is not a multiple of n. Is equal to n if P is a multiple of n. This is the question. You can understand very easily. Now, what is asked? One, if first we will go like that only. If P is not a multiple of n, if P is not a multiple of n, what happens? We'll see. Multiple of n. Then what happens? To LHS. What happens to LHS? This 1 power p plus alpha power p plus alpha power alpha square whole power p means alpha power 2p, alpha power 3p, and so on. Alpha power n minus 1 into this value we need. See, if you observe, this is a GP. This is a GP whose common ratio is alpha power p. This by this is alpha power p. This by this also alpha power p. This by this also alpha power p. No, means this is a geometric progression whose common ratio is alpha power p. And first term is 1. So a is equal to 1 power p 1, and the common ratio are equal to alpha power p. Like this we have n terms till n minus 1. Means 1 to means alpha power 0 we can say 1 means 0 to n minus 1 means n terms are there. So this is sum of GP of n terms. What is the sum of GP of n terms? Sn equal to sum of GP of n terms is Sn is equal to a into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1 only. Sum of GP of n terms is a into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1 only. So this is equal to a into a here is 1 into r common ratio alpha power p whole power n r power n minus 1 by r minus 1, that is alpha power p minus 1, alpha power p minus 1. Now this is equal to alpha power n whole power p, alpha power n whole power p minus 1 by alpha power p minus 1. But what is alpha power p? What is alpha power n? Alpha power n minus 1 equal to 0 means alpha power n equal to 1 only. So 1 power p is 1 only. So 1 power p is 1 only. So 1 minus 1 is 0 only. So what I want to say is we have 1 power n, alpha power n whole power p. Alpha power n is alpha power n minus 1 equal to 0 we got. Since alpha is a root, so alpha equal to alpha power n equal to 1 only. So that is 1 minus 1 by alpha power p minus 1. 1 minus 1 0, 0 by anything 0. If p is not a multiple of n, we got its value is 0. We got its value is 0. What happens if p is a multiple of n? If p is a multiple of n, what happens to the same series? So it is equal to 0. First part is proved. Now the next part. Next part is if p is the multiple of n, p is a multiple of n means p is equal to some kn we can say. Multiple of n is some kn, some integer into n, that only multiple of n. Now this becomes 1 power anything 1 only. Here coming to alpha power 3, I can write alpha power kn plus alpha power 2kn plus alpha power 3kn plus and so on alpha power n minus 1 into kn. By taking p is a multiple of n. So 1 plus this is alpha power n whole power k I can write. This is alpha power k whole power alpha power n whole power 2k I can write. Alpha power n whole power 3k I can write, and so on alpha power k. Sorry, alpha power n whole power k into n minus 1 I can write. Now alpha power n is always 1. We already discussed alpha power n minus 1 equal to 0 because x power n nth roots of unit is x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Alpha is a root. Alpha power n minus 1 equal to 0 implies alpha power n is 1 only. So this is 1 only. So 1 plus 1 power k 1 only. 1 power k 1 only. and so on till here n times. So n times I am adding 1. So what do I get? N times if I am adding 1, what do I get? N only. N times if I am adding 1, I will get n only. I will get n only. Therefore, if p is a multiple of n, then I am getting the total value equal to n. P is not a multiple of n, previously we got 0. So both the results we proved. Hence proved. Hence proved. Hence proved. Here itself, one more thing I want to do. So alpha power n and so on alpha power n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity. Then product, sum of roots we already proved, I think. Product of the roots is minus 1 whole power n. Minus 1 whole power n. So like that we can prove. So I will prove that also. If these are the nth roots of unity, then we know that x power n minus 1 equal to 0 roots all these are. Means alpha power n minus 1 equal to 0. You decide. Now sum of n roots of unity equal to 1 plus alpha square and so on alpha power n minus 1 is already proved. Again I am proving. Sum of the GP this is. Just now only we did 8 into r power n alpha power n minus 1 by r minus 1 alpha minus 1 is alpha power n is 1 minus 1 0. So sum of roots is 0. Sum of nth roots of unity always 0. Next, product of nth roots of unity 1 into alpha square into and so on alpha power n minus 1. So this is equal to bases equal powers can be added. Alpha power 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on n minus 1. So this is sum of n minus 1 natural numbers is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2 means n into n plus 1 n minus 1 plus 1 n by 2. Now this I can write as alpha power n minus 1 by 2 whole power n I have. So I need to simplify this. How can I simplify? That is most important. Now this is alpha power n into n minus 1 by 2. How to simplify? Now we know that what is alpha? Alpha is nth roots of unity. What is nth roots of unity? X power n equal to 1 implies x equal to 1 power 1 by n. 1 is nothing but cos pi. Means actually this is cos pi is 1. I can take cos 0 plus I sin 0 whole power 1 by n. Is nothing but 2k pi plus theta. So 2k pi plus 0, that is cos of 2k pi plus 0 by n. N is n only here. Okay. So I sin of 2k pi by n. These are the nth roots of unity actually. So alpha is this only nth roots of unity. Whole power we have n minus 1 by 2 into n. I am bringing this n by 2 inside according to De Moivre's theorem. If I bring n by 2 inside according to De Moivre's theorem, 1 power n is cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So that becomes cos of 2 gets cancelled, n gets cancelled, k pi plus I sin k pi. Actually what I want to say is alpha is 1 pi, k is 1 here. Alpha power 1 means k is 1. So cos pi plus I sin pi whole power n minus 1. K is 1 we can take. Because this is, you will get cos of 2k pi plus I sin of 2k pi by n by n. Where k equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. If k is 0, then that is 1. If k is 1, that is alpha. K is 2, alpha square. Those are the nth roots of unity we already discussed. So k is 1. Then it becomes k 2 pi by n, 2 pi by n. K is 1. So because I am taking alpha value. So this is left out. What is cos pi minus 1? plus sin pi is 0. So minus 1 whole power n minus 1. So product of roots is minus 1 whole power n minus 1. Sum of the roots is always 0. Always 0. Next. Any more sums left? Okay. Almost all are over. Now we will do some objective type questions. JEE previous questions like 1-2 questions. Then we will wind up this. The number of solutions of the equation z square plus z bar equal to 0. The number of solutions of the equation z square plus z bar equal to 0. The number of solutions of the equation z square plus z bar equal to 0 is dash, where z is a complex number. The number of solutions of this equation is asking simply. Now, what is z? Z is equal to, we know that complex number means we can take z equal to x plus I. We can take z equal to x plus I. Substitute here. What do you get? Z square means x plus sin y whole square. Plus what is z bar? X minus sin y. Z bar is conjugate of z. That is x plus sin y conjugate is x minus sin y equal to 0. Now this is a plus b whole square formula. A square plus b square, this I square by square, plus 2ab, 2ixy, plus x minus iy equal to 0, plus x minus iy equal to 0. Now, I square is minus 1 only here, I square is minus 1 only, so I will directly, this is x square minus y square, x square minus y square. So, if I group the real parts and imaginary parts, x square minus y square plus x is real part, and if I take I common here, 2xy minus y is imaginary part, make it equal to 0 is 0. Now this 0 I can write as 0 plus I into 0, 0 I can write as 0 plus I into 0. Why I am writing is, I am going for comparing like terms on both sides. 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 So why do I compare like terms on both sides? So that I will get one equation is this x square minus y square plus x equal to 0, and another equation is 2xy minus y equal to 0. Two equations if I solve, I will get the number of values of x and y. So how many values of x and y? Those many solutions will be there for this equation. So that's why I am comparing like terms on both sides. So here x square minus x plus x equal to 0, real part equal to 0 and imaginary part equal to 0. Separately if I compare directly like term, so I will get x square minus x minus y square plus x square minus y square plus x equal to 0. Real part equal to 0, and then imaginary part 2xy minus y, 2xy minus y equal to 0. Solving these two equations. For solving these two equations, I will take this equation first, because in those two, if I take y common, 2x minus 1 equal to 0 implies either y equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 equal to 0 implies x equal to 1 by 2. So y equal to 0 or x equal to 1 by 2. So for y equal to 0, there will be corresponding values of x here. And like the x equal to 1 by 2, there will be corresponding values of y here. So those many solutions I will get. So I will substitute this. Substitute y equal to 0 in equation 1. Substitute y equal to 0 in 1. If y equal to 0, what happens to x? X square minus 0 plus x equal to 0 implies, if I take x common, this is x plus 1 equal to 0. Means either x equal to 0, either x equal to 0 or x equal to minus 1. Means corresponding to y equal to 0, I have two values, that is 0 and 1 means 0 comma 0, x is 0, y is 0, or x is minus 1 and y is 0. This is one page of solution. Next, coming to other point. X equal to 1 by 2 if I substitute. So what do I get? 1 by 4 minus y square plus 1 by 2 equal to 0. X equal to 1 by 2 if I substitute. I will get 2 corresponding values of y. So total 4 solutions I will see. This is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So is 4 LCM. So 3 by 4 equal to y square. So y equal to plus or minus root 3 by 2. Y equal to plus or minus root 3 by 2. Means 1 by 2 comma plus root 3 by 2. 1 by 2 comma minus root 3 by 2. Finally, how many solutions I got? Either 0 plus 0i, minus 1 plus 0i, 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2i, 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2i. So, there are 4 solutions for the given equation. So, the number of solutions of the equation z square plus z bar equal to 0 is 4. There are 4 solutions for this equation. There are 4 solutions for this equation. Next. One more question we will do of this kind. Not of this kind. Some previous question. If the area of triangle formed by the complex plane formed by the points, if the area of the triangle formed by the complex numbers on the complex plane by the points z comma z plus iz, by the points z comma z plus iz, z plus iz, next iz is 50. Area of triangle formed by these 3 points is 50. Then mod z equal to dash. Then mod z equal to dash is asking. Then mod z equal to dash is asking. Simple. He is giving that these 3 are the vertices of a triangle. Area of triangle formed by these 3 vertices is 50. Now we will go for your 10th class method or determinants first year method. Z is x plus I y only. So the first point is, you can say x comma y. But the second point is z plus iz means x plus I y plus I into x plus I y. That is ix plus I square y is minus y. So what I want to say is x minus y comma x plus y. X minus y comma x plus y. And the third point iz. What is iz? I into x plus I y. So that is ix minus y. So that is x minus y comma x. Ix minus y means minus y comma x. Now how to find the area of this triangle? You know, you can take this is x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3, and if you can use your 10th class formula, or in first year I told you using determinants how to find the area. Half into det of these coordinates x y1, x minus y, x plus y 1, and that is minus y x 1. So take the coordinates with 1 as the last coordinate because 3 by 3 matrix we want. Next is equal to area of triangle. This is the area of triangle I told you in first year determinants. Otherwise you can use x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 you can use. Reverse types of doing. These are x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. Otherwise second year determinant. I feel this is easy, that's why I am doing this. Is equal to is giving it as 50. Is equal to is giving it as 50. Now this 1 by 2 goes to that side into 2. So 50 into 2 100, and here I need to find this det. For that I will use some small property. R2 tends to R2 minus R1 plus R3 minus R3, so that x cancel by minus y plus y gets cancelled. What I want to say is R2 tends to R2 minus R1 minus R2. What happens to this? X, Y1 as this. This is XX cancelled and minus y minus of minus plus y cancel 0. Here also XX cancel, y cancel 0. 1 minus 1 cancel, again minus 1. So minus 1 is left over. Minus y x 1. Now if I find that with this row, something will happen. Because 2 zeros I got directly dead with that row. Is equal to this 2 into 50, 100. So how to find the dead, you know? 0 into anything 0, next 0 into anything 0. This is minus plus minus, so minus of minus plus 1 into. So what I want to say is, this is 1 into this into this minus this into this. So x square minus of minus plus y square. X square plus y square equal to now 100. X square plus y square equal to 100. It is asked to margin. What is margin? Margin is nothing but root of x square plus y square only. So root of x square plus y square equal to root of 100, 10. So length of z is simply 10. If this area is 50, then margin is simply 10 regard. See, like this objective sums will be there. We will do some more in the next class, or we will go for the next chapter tomorrow. Okay.